This is my audience. He is awake.
Oh, redo that video.
He's awake!
Do you like playing games? Do you like fictional animals? Then I've got a game for you, Pokemon. It's a game where you have fun battling creatures against one another. There's so much to understand about Pokemon, so buckle up. A Pokemon, also known as pocket monsters, is a fictional animal or object that you can find in the wild and Pokemon games. You train your Pokemon to battle with other trainers who do the same. There are 18 types of Pokemon, and each Pokemon can have at most 2 types, but some Pokemon, such as Pikachu, only have 1. Certain types of Pokemon moves do more to others. It's like rock, paper, scissors. Each do different to one another. Some types, like the ground type, have immunity to other types, electric in this instance. So that'd be like pencil beats paper, pencil can't touch rock. There is 1,025 different Pokemon in the Pokédex. The Pokédex is a catalog full of information about Pokemon. There are different forms of Pokemon, such as regional forms. A regional form is a Pokemon which looks different and has a different type. There are currently 5 different types of regional forms. The normal form, Alolan form, Galar form, Hisuian form, and Paldean form. When Legends Z3 comes out next year, we are expected to see some new regional forms. Now you think 1,025 Pokemon is a lot, but they're categorized in families, usually on the first evolution. For example, Charmander can evolve into other Pokemon, into Charmeleon and Charizard. Now when you think of evolution, you think of Darwin's theory of evolution. However, that's not what Pokemon evolution is. It's more like metamorphosis. Like a butterfly. Most Pokemon evolve from leveling up, like Charmander to Charmeleon at level 16. However, some Pokemon do a little differently. Pokemon games always have 2 versions, with the newest ones being Scarlet and Violet. Why not just get one? And that's what most people do. Ever since Pokemon first came out in 1996 in Japan, there's always been 2 versions, starting with red and green. If you're in America, it's red and blue. The main difference between the games is the Pokemon you are able to catch. However, if you are cheap or you just don't want to play the same game twice, you can trade with someone who has the other game. Trading is essential in Pokemon to completing the Pokédex, as well as some Pokemon have to evolve by trading. Competitive battling is when you battle your Pokemon against another real person. You can battle either in person or online. Fun fact, you can see your current rankings on your phone on the app Pokemon Home. Online there are 2 different categories, singles and doubles. Battle. Single battles is essentially like a 3v3 tag team, but you have to defeat all of the opponents 3. You each bring out 1 Pokemon and they take turns attacking each other. So the goal is to knock out all the other Pokemon before you get knocked out. Doubles is very similar, but it's a 4v4 battle team. The main difference is you bring out 2 Pokemon at a time instead of 1. Double battles are the official online and in-person tournament battle style. In doubles there are 2 different types of Pokemon. Attacking Pokemon and support Pokemon. An attack is usually strong and quick. They try to get a good hit before they can get hit. If you don't get hit, you can't lose. Support Pokemon set up battlefields to be how it'll work best for you. One of the most common support moves that I have seen in my own experience is Helping Hand. What it does is it doubles the moves that their partner Pokemon uses. Besides just from moves, there are also abilities and items. And an ability is something that the Pokemon can have an effect on the battlefield by just being there. The ability Grassy Surge is the Rookie's family's signature ability and their hidden ability. What it does is sets up Grassy Terrain. A terrain is a special effect that has on the battlefield. Grassy Terrain heals every Pokemon that's on the battlefield just a little bit. One of the most popular abilities is Intimidate, which the Lenten family, as well as a lot other Pokemon get. Intimidate lowers your opponent's attack stat by 1 stage. An item is something that your Pokemon can hold. Any Pokemon can hold any item. However, just because they can hold it doesn't mean it'll be useful or it would work. The light bulb item is made exclusively for Pikachu. If any other Pokemon holds it, it would have no effect. But if Pikachu holds it, its speed, its special attack, and its attack all raise. The leftovers item is an item that any Pokemon can hold, and it heals 1/16 of the Pokemon's total health at the end of each turn. In battles, there are also battle gimmicks. For the last 10 years, there has always been some sort of new gimmick, from Megas to Z-moves, from Dynamax to what is known in modern competitive, terrestrialization. Terrestrialization, you can change your Pokemon's type to any other type, as well as the new Terra type, Stellar, which basically is all types and none of the types at the same time. To make a team, what a lot of people do is they have some sort of theme. A theme that I'm using currently on the team I'm working on is Gale Wing. Even though one Pokemon being Talonflame can have that ability, I have several Pokemon that is helping it benefit. Another theme is weather themes. There are 4 different weather types: rain, sun, hail, and sandstorm. In modern Pokemon, hail has gotten changed to be snow, which has a completely different effect. Some Pokemon that can set up weather is Groudon and Kyogre. Groudon is great for setting up sun, Kyogre is great for setting up rain. There are 2 ways to double battle: tournament or ladder. A ladder has 4 tiers, and each tier has 3 tiers inside of it: Poke Class, Great Class, Ultra Class, and Master Class. And there's Pokeball 1, Pokeball 2, Pokeball 3, and so on and so forth. Each ways to tournament is very difficult. During a tournament, you're required to tell your opponent all of your Pokemon, the items they're holding, the moves they have, their Terra types, and their ability, and even their gender. And in ladder form, all you get to see is the Pokemon they have and their genders. And you only battle them once. In tournament, it's a 2 out of 3 to see who gets to win. There are several places that have an official competition. Those are called regional competitions. Now, the next step is like internationals, which is basically continents. The 4 continents that have battles is North America, Europe, Asia, and Oceanic, which is most people know as Australia. Then there's the worldwide competition. This year, it takes place in Hawaii at Honolulu. To go to Hawaii, you have to be in the top group of people who can compete. So that is what competitive Pokemon and what Pokemon is altogether. Thank you for listening.